Welcome to the 12th edition of the World Loppet TV magazine, your worldwide cross-country marathon skiing show. In summary, two French cycle and Formula One stars will tell about their own Transju. Then we will look at the three races to be held next weekend all around the world. But first, let's go to France to La Transju, third stage of the 2018 FIS WORLDLOPPET CUP, a perfect one for Haute-Savoie Nordic team. Team Haute-Savoie Nordic dominated the Transju 2018. All four victories went to the French marathon skiing team. On Saturday, the classic races went to Antoine Auger and Marie Cromer, and on Sunday, the third FIS World Loppet Cup stage went to Yvan Perriard-Boiteau and Aurélie Daboudic.
Well, I'm originally from Russia, but now I'm living in Austria, and the next month I will move to Finland. And between these two jobs, I'm trying to do as many World Loppet races as possible.
Je suis ambassadeur pour la première fois, et donc je voulais relever ce challenge, faire les deux courses en 2 jours, voilà.
We are doing the World Loppet, and this is the 8th race in our tour. It's going to be tough, but it's a fantastic track.
At 9:30, thousands of skiers started at Bois d'Amont to ski the 60-kilometre FT race to the finish in Chauneuf. The race was a hard one. On this, the athletes agreed in the finish. First it was snowing, then it was snowing heavily, then there was a mixture of snow and rain, hence it was not warm, but the competition was a hot one. On the men's race, it was a French trio breaking away from the big leading group around halfway. Yvan Perriard-Boiteau, Agnès Girard, a red bib holder, and Benoit Chauvet increased the speed and brought around 45 seconds between them and the chasers. Only a very strong Norwegian world champion Anders Glørsen was able to bring a group of chasers to the leading pack, and for the last kilometres it was 5 skiers working together and fighting each other. On the final hill, Yvan Perriard-Boiteau from Team Haute-Savoie Nordic turned his back on the others and brought some metres between him and the rest. Glørsen and Agnès tried to stick with him but couldn't, so in the end it was Perriard raising his hands on the finish line as winner of the 40th Transju. On the women's race, Aurélie Daboudic remains unstoppable. Who else could stand on top of the podium of Le Transju? Of course, Aurélie, who got her third cowbell of the trophy for the winner. After winning the Dolo-Minton-Lauf and the König-Ludwig-Lauf, she now adds another 100 points for the overall ranking to her account. With an advantage of 3.32, she won before her strongest competitor, Maria Grafnings from Sweden, who won Le Transju last year.
Je suis content, je trouve pas les mots là. Je la voulais celle-là et je suis content de l'avoir gagnée.
La troisième, je suis très contente de cette victoire.
Hier très long, je m'étais préparé pour 3h30, j'ai mis 4h15. C'est ma 20e Transju. J'étais stressé parce que je connaissais pas le fait de faire les 2 épreuves. C'est une course, c'est le montagne en fait, c'est le montagne.
So the Red Bibs remain in France and in the Haute-Savoie Nordic team. Both Daboudic and Agnès are going to stand on the first starting place next week in Estonia for the 4th FIS World Loppet Cup stage, the Tartu Marathon. Now, two French cycle and Formula One stars are telling about their own Transju.
De venir faire une cure de ski de fond, c'est pour moi une bonne chose. Je sais pas du tout à quoi m'attendre, donc je suis un peu perdu.
Ouais, plutôt en forme, bon, pas aussi bien que Thibaut, hein, il a les meilleures jambes que moi. On va découvrir, mais bon, c'est pas plus mal, on sait pas ce qui nous attend.
We're okay with the hills, so this new route is actually quite good for us. Really good for the cardiovascular system, gets your heart rate up, works your upper body as well, good for the balance, good for the coordination, so yeah, it's good fun as well. I loved it, it was amazing, it was really cool. So many people, good atmosphere.
Je suis content, je suis dans mes temps et
on est toujours dans le
première expérience, c'est bien. J'ai fait un bon groupe et puis après, je suis resté avec eux le plus longtemps possible. Je suis en manque de technique quand même. Ça ressemble à la course de vélo, c'est sûr qu'on a un effet d'aspiration. Il ne faut pas se retrouver entre deux groupes, donc il faut toujours rester dans le bon groupe pour pas se distancer.
C'était une très belle Transju avec énormément de soutien sur le bord de piste, vraiment ça c'était génial. Après elle était dure, vraiment la montée du réseau pour commencer, ça a déjà bien entamé. Une des grosses différences, entendre les gens qui criaient mon nom et qui me soutenaient alors qu'en Formule 1 on n'a malheureusement pas la chance d'entendre. Donc ça c'était top. Plus de triceps, plus de jambes, plus de fessiers, plus d'abdos, voilà quoi. J'ai faim, j'ai soif, voilà, tout va bien.
Next weekend there will be plenty to choose between World Loppet races. Fourth stage of FIS World Loppet Cup will be held in Tartu, Estonia, but at the same time skiers will compete also in Canada on Gatineau Loppet and in Czechia at Ijerska Polesatka.
So let's see you next week, either in Canada, in Czech Republic or in Estonia. We will be in Estonia since it is the fourth World Loppet Cup stage. See you there and keep on skiing around the world.
Four days to go to Tartu Marathon main event, fourth stage of the FIS World Loppet Cup. After the proper -degrees and pretty heavy snowfalls during the last couple of weeks, the Tartu Marathon track has close to perfect conditions for the classical race to be held this weekend, February the 18th. After 3 years, Tartu is well ready to welcome the skiers on the original 63-kilometre track this year. Tartu Marathon is one of the oldest ski marathons in the world, first held in 1960. Original classical track takes the skiers to the stunning landscape of South Estonia. Not joining the Tartu race this time? Follow the live webcast on the marathon day, 1802, starting at their website at 8:45 at 7:45 CET. The recent snowfalls on Gatineau has facilitated the grooming of the trail system. 100% of the groomed ski trails are now recommended in Gatineau Park, and things are ready to welcome skiers from around the world for the 40th anniversary of the Gatineau Loppet. The Gatineau Loppet officially starts this Friday with the opening of the XC Ski Show. This will be a unique opportunity to mingle with skiers from some 20 different countries who will be taking part in the weekend races. The XC Ski Salon is also the place to discover the big brands, new products and technical innovations. Saturday, February 17th, will be dedicated to the classic technique with the 51-kilometre linear, 27-kilometre, 15-kilometre and 5-kilometre races, as well as fat bike races. Sunday, February the 18th, will be for the free technique with a 51-kilometre linear, 27 kilometres, 10 kilometres and a 2-kilometre race for the kids, as well as snowshoeing races, including the 10-kilometre Canadian Championship. maple taffy on snow, festive refreshment stations all along the route, entertainment upon arrival, traditional music, true flavours of Canada, local beers and activities for the youngsters will keep participants entertained throughout the 40th edition. Held as a memorial to the 1970 expedition of Peru, Jezerka Pedetsaka is raced in the heart of the Jezera Mountains, just an hour from the historical centre of Prague. It will be possible to register during the racing weekend, and do not hesitate to connect to the new mobile application. This is the end of the 12th edition of the World Loppet TV magazine. See you next week for a new episode.
Bonjour. N'hésitez pas bien sûr. Bienvenue à la chapelle des bois, faites comme moi, venez.